This is the Bassa Day on the OK Conversation. They have Bassarized the show. Live song featuring Kel Kanga. He has done it. That's the interpretation. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. Share the video, invite others to join. Senator Darius Dillon, first time with me this new year. He has been coming on the Friday edition. Yahweh. Okay, let's tune it down. We don't have enough time. We have lots of issues to cover. Senator Dillon, welcome to the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5 on the 19th day of February 2024. Okay. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Julius. And thank you for the invitation. It is always a pleasure, pleasing pleasure, as Abe would say, to be here. We give God the glory. Yes, thank you for the invite. Our first time in the afternoon with you in 2024. I remember I was the first person in 2023.
Yeah.
I launched 2023.
But you didn't launch 2024.
You know the reason why?
No, I don't. I have no idea.
Maybe you change your gadget.
Okay. How is the Senate? How are you pushing Monserrato at the Senate?
Well, the Senate, under the new leadership, is proceeding. We got a lot to do. We want to commend the election of Senator Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence as President Pro Tempore of the Liberian Senate. And she hit the ground running. She's getting the cooperation from the leadership. We give God the glory for our own election as chairperson on the Senate Foreign Affairs Committee.
Most of them were on white ballot, though.
That's election.
Yeah.
It's democratic. When your colleague believe in you, they don't put a candidate against you. It says a lot. Our election to the chairmanship of the Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs has made us now the third ranking official in the Liberian Senate. Under the leadership of Senator Lawrence, we have embarked on a series of reform processes. The leadership has consented and the pro tem has written the GAC to do systems and other audits of the Senate.
Okay.
The GAC is engaged with the Senate. The pro tem has declared her asset and published. I have done the same. Senator Jonathan Subwe has done. Senator Bezanga Finley has done. And we're encouraging the rest of our colleagues, those who have not done so, to do that. The Senate side of the legislature of the Capitol building now has running water. It hasn't happened for decades, since especially when the new annex was built. Now we have running water. Wi-Fi is in the Liberian Senate. You can now stay in any part of the Capitol building, especially from the Senate side, and access the Wi-Fi. We are constructing the website of the Senate.
Okay.
We are constructing the website of the Senate so that it can be launched very soon. We are trying to do a lot of standardization and reform so that we can have a work environment that is conducive for us to work appropriately and accordingly to help to reform the entire government in the country, beginning with ourselves.
Fair enough. And as the chair on foreign affairs, your first major task was the confirmation of the foreign minister.
Right.
I think it was the most paid attention confirmation hearing. A whole lot of different interests, a whole lot of issues, especially education, credentials surrounding that. There are people who are critiquing you, people that did not do a good job. Others say you did a good job. And there were accusations that you and the pro tem may have had some interest against her. So let me get into your psychology. What was it like heading a confirmation hearing that you are being accused of being against the nominee? One. Two, others think you should take a hard stand against her for issues of credentials. And others think she is overqualified. She has to go. How did you manage that?
So to say, a free conscience fears no allegations and fears no accusations. I was of free conscience of those speculations and rumors. The pro tem similarly. When you are chairperson of a committee, any nominee is like your client. In such a way that before you put your client on the floor, on the stand, you want to have some discussions with the client. So the Minister of Foreign Affairs met the expectation of the committee. That committee has Bezonga File and Thomas Iyaya Nimle, both senators. They are former foreign ministers of the Republic. The committee also has Amara Kone. He's former finance minister with vast international exposure and network. The committee also has Senator Daba Vabla of Cape May County. That committee is Edwin Snow, like him or not, with regional network and connection and interaction. That committee is very loaded. I'm privileged to be the chair of that committee. We did a lot of work with this confirmation hearing. A lot of people have graded that confirmation hearing as the most organized, the most grilled, very mature, issue-driven, no sentiment, no emotion. And we are humbly proud that we did what we did.
At the point when you announced the postponement of the hearing, and there were a whole lot of news that you were allegedly pushing the president to record the nomination and send somebody else. How do you respond to that?
The media was there. Julius, we find ourselves between the senses, like a catch-22 situation. So you go to the Capitol building right now, almost everybody that is there goes there to support a nominee. The only thing they want you, confirm this person. Even if you're asking tough questions, they're angry. When you confirm that person and the person is not delivering, when you, the lawmaker, say why the person is not delivering, the same people who go there to cheer, those people, those nominees will be the very people who say, but I confirm the people. They don't say we don't want to go there to cheer squad, beating drum, country devil, and all that thing, stuff. So the day we postponed the hearing, it was done with wisdom. The sanctity of the chambers of the Senate was disrespected. It was intruded. People went to the Capitol building and occupied the seats of the senators. Where were we going to sit? And more disturbingly, and I got to be frank with this, I was disappointed when I saw high-ranking diplomats, Liberian diplomats, who've been in the diplomatic field for years with good experience. And if you come with that kind of credential, you should understand that diplomacy goes with etiquette and protocol. No matter what happens, as a diplomat, you must understand that certain boundaries you don't cross. Nobody goes to the Supreme Court, I don't care how high public interest a matter is. Nobody can go to the Supreme Court and enter the chambers of the justices and sit in their seats.
Never.
Never happened. When that door is closed, you can be one of the most high-ranking officials in the world. When that Supreme Court door is closed, it's closed. But at the Capitol building, the people thought that the chambers of the Capitol building did not need to be respected, and they sat in those seats for over an hour, and they just did not want to leave. So as chairman, I stamped my feet. I called my committee members. We discussed, and I got their blessing, and I postponed the hearing to the following date. And the following date, everybody knew which line and which boundary to cross or not to cross. And that's how you do it. You know, when they say changing minds, changing attitude, I agree with Dualo. Agu said Dualo from Spoon FM. One evening he said, changing mind, changing attitude is not just by talking, it's by acting. If somebody put there on the street and the law said don't put there on the street, you catch that person, you point them by law, nobody else will put there because taking action can change people's mind and attitude from doing what they're not supposed to do. That singular courageous action to postpone that hearing got everybody to conduct themselves when the hearing was rescheduled. So it was not because people were instigating to either reject or confirm. No. I stand my feet and my authority as chairman of the committee to let the people know that the sanctity of the Senate should not be violated, intruded, and disrespected as it was done. Period.
You are now a ruling party or a supporting lawmaker of a ruling party. A couple of years ago, and up to the end of 2023, you were an opposition lawmaker. What sort of a lawmaker are you going to be now?
The Dillon that people knew, the lawmaker that people knew. Julius, I'm a member of this rescue mission. I will not, in an arrogant way, say that I am a leader of this rescue mission. I take it with humble pride that I am a member and the face of this rescue mission. If it fails, I have failed. The country has failed. We said some things to the people. They believed in our messages and they went our direction. You've flown before. Those of you who following, people who do flying, when a plane takes off, that period between the time it immediately takes off and the time it will get to set in the correct altitude in the air, there's this uncomfortable moment before the plane sets sail for the pilot and can start to go on autopilot. This government is less than 30 days old.
Well, sometimes some of those planes can crash depending on what the situations are.
That's true. That means it's technical or natural issue. But if the plane is in good condition and the pilot is okay, no matter how professional, how many years of experience, any plane that takes off, the newest plane with no mechanical fault, with the best pilot that have ever flown, any plane that takes off, I don't care how sizable it is, there's a small discomfort when you're picking up until it reaches the altitude, then some comfort comes. What am I saying here? We note that there's some early missteps. There's some reversible and blunders. We note those things, and we don't get angry. We should not get angry.
Okay, then this is the question. The Dillon then, who have immediately flagged those issues, who have stamped his feet, now as a ruling party lawmaker, that is why I asked the question: How are you going to address those kinds of things that you, as an opposition person, who have quickly, bluntly flagged out?
Correct.
Yeah.
So if you have access, if you have key to the door and they have not changed the cylinder, use the key first. Okay. If they change the cylinder on you and you can't enter the room now to talk or to correct things, then, so for instance, you raised the issue of Anoka, right?
Yes.
That was an issue that is real. We quickly corrected it. Before you raised it on the radio, we raised it from within.
Okay.
And if you ask, especially like for instance, say it's public, you ask Emmanuel Zango, we call him not to go back to NOCA until the proper things are done by law.
Oh wow! Thank God, this is breaking news because we did not know. Sorry folks, it's a little bit of technical. Yeah, someone should have let us know that this happened.
So I'm saying it on the microphone.
Okay.
When you have the Selena, the key to the door, and they have not changed the Selena, use the key to the door first, especially being a member of the room where your voice matters and can be heard. When the room refuses to listen, then once it is about the country, you don't hold it back. This rescue mission is not about a person, it's about the country. People who are waiting to see Darius Dillon, watch and see. The budget is coming.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that's supposed to run this country, that the budget, all the things we're talking, 100 days deliverable, no car will use this way, and all the things, watch and see. Those people who are not following the confirmation hearings, probably they don't want to, they're not picking it up. We're asking the relevant questions the same way we were doing before.
Okay.
For instance, I have listened to you. Oh, Dillon was very robust when he came to Zoli.
That's where I was going. The Zoli Zone.
Yeah, so you.
And Francis Human.
Yeah, I saw it on your lips already. The Spoon Network, all the other institutions were there, including OK. It is even live on my page. I grilled Francis Human the same way I did with Zolizo. The Senate rejected Zolizo led by Senator Dillon, not because he made a statement threatening to shoot and kill people who would loot his property during protests. The Senate, and the records are available, the Senate rejected Zolizo because on oath he denied making the statement.
Okay.
But we have said this over.
That means he lied.
Exactly. Senator Communist Whistle of River G County asked the nominee, Zolizo, my young man, you just made a statement threatening to shoot and kill people who will go protest and loot your property in Liberia. Why should we send you to the army as Deputy Minister for Operation where you have access to our guns and our arsenal with a kind of temperament? He said, I did not make that statement. And then I came in and said, Mr. Nominee, you are on oath. Are you saying that you did not make the statement? He said, I did not make the statement. I came back and said, Mr. Nominee, you made a statement in a live video podcast on your page. He said, I did not do so. Nothing of such on my page. When we searched on his page, the video had been deleted. What he did not know was that we downloaded the video before he came. When we displayed the video to him, then he couldn't find his answer, and we rejected him, the Senate.
What if he had admitted and then explain why he made it, but that would not be the case?
But even at the Newman hearing, the Francis Newman hearing,
okay,
I made myself, and including Carrasco, the example. When I was feeling threatened, and I was even tear-gassed personally, during one of my campaigns in District 16, St. Paul Bridge in a church, feeling threatened, and no state security was coming to my protection, I made a statement that does not represent my nature. That if they stone my rally again, we'll stone the president's convoy. You remember that?
Yeah.
That evening when I went home, I opened my Facebook page live, and I retracted that statement because I'm not a violent person. It's not in my nature. That statement did not represent me, not only as a non-violent person, but also as a leader. But when you're on a life-threatening situation, sometimes you make some utterances that don't represent you. The following day, I went on 50-50 with T. March for a larger radio audience. and I retracted that statement. The whole country knows that I retracted that statement, and some people say, oh, they don't quickly apologize for things he said, right?
Mm.
I was demonstrating that what I said on a threat does not represent my nature. During the 2023 election campaign, there was a fracas between ACOP and CDC in Ghana.
Yeah.
You all were Kalasco with pistol, EPS assigned pistol, felt threatened by a elections riot, and he made violent, threatening statements. What did Kalasco do? The next day he came and he apologized and said people who knew him, that's not him. But when you honor certain left-threatening situation, you just go off. He asked for forgiveness. Who all understood Kalasco will let him go. At the confirmation hearing of Francis Newman, this gone Monday or Thursday, I think it was Thursday after session. I brought all of these things and I asked the nominee, Francis Newman, did you retract that statement? Did you regret making that statement? He said yes. Where did you make that statement? To retract or regret? He said 1 week after he made that statement, he called on the radio in Foya and retracted the statement. And I asked him in public, at the public confirmation proceeding, bring us that recording, the evidence to show. Because if you came here for confirmation and you retracting that statement, you mean it.
Yeah.
It means you only retracting
Because
it now.
that's the
you
next
want to
question
confirm.
I was going to ask.
So until he brings that statement and we verify it, I will reject Francis Newman.
Okay.
If he has not demonstrated that he immediately, after becoming sober, after calming down, and he immediately went back.
But is it possible to get in touch with the radio station there?
So, Chief, let him bring his recording for it.
Okay.
Then we'll verify. We'll finish doing some background.
Okay.
If he doesn't bring that audio recording and we don't investigate to know when it was done, whether he would do it tomorrow or day after tomorrow, if he did it at the time he said he did it, we'll review. If we investigate and found that he did not do it at all, my vote is no.
Okay, good. That was able to be clarified. Now,
So Julius, the Liberian Senate did not reject Zolizo only because he made a statement. We rejected Zolizo and I led that campaign. Imagine, Honour President, we are to succeed in getting the Senate to agree. I led that campaign because clearly Zolizo...
You got plenty of things. You got Wambudike rejected.
Clearly Zolizo...
You got Zolizo rejected. You got the airport man rejected. So
clearly Zolizo was rejected because he came with a deliberate intent to deceive. He deleted the video from his page and denied on oath that he did the video.
Well, that is clear and fair enough.
Thank you.
Now, let me ask you this about... There's been this reporting from Page Africa that there is supposed to be some kind of... is it an appointment committee that you are a part of, some other senators, including Prince Moi, and all of that do something about nominations before the president
Julius.
announces them and all of that?
No, Julius. There is no vetting committee that we are part of. Even if I were not senator and our leader, Senator Lawrence, was not senator, the role we play as a strategic, consequential partner in the rescue mission, we will be on the table pushing the names of our people.
Okay.
So partners to the rescue mission carry their list of their people. So we have to
lobby.
We have to not lobby.
But
we have to go push the names of our people.
But I want to call lobbying.
No. I want to use my own word.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
So for instance, Magdala Cooper is not a senator, but she's a leader of MOL. She's pushing the interests of her people. Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence, thankfully she's a senator, but she's not there because she's senator. She's there because she's the leader of our team, of our institution. And she's pushing the interests of our people. It is an alliance, it is a mission that we're collaborating partners, and everybody pushing the interests of their people.
So it is not like the president vests authority.
No, No,
But it's about pushing the interests of the people.
Yeah, so we push Jacob Smith, Daniel Sano, those people. We're pushing more of our people, and Leclerc to make
because we have not heard
God's Factory, T. Wilson, Gay, and some of our members from the diaspora, and all of those things.
And how do you do it?
So we go and suggest the names, and the president decides whether he wants it or not. That's why it is. So nobody bringing CV to a committee when we're vetting people in their CV and pass them, and the president announces them. It's not so. James Barney representing the interests of MPP come with people name. It left to the president to decide on that. NDC and the ARCOP and LPP and all of those things. So we just can be a little baffled or shocked when people say there is a vetting committee that senators are not supposed to be on. There is no such thing as a vetting committee that we are on or part of. The president may have his vetting committee. Then we as senators take the actions as we deem fit as a Senate. But what we do, our joining the leader of our institution, Nomdi Kanga Lawrence, is to go push the interest of our...
Did you push the interest of the education minister?
You know, Mara Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was not a Harvard-trained economist. She did public administration and all that stuff. But people calling her Harvard-trained economist was a positive PR for her, so she didn't have time to clarify that thing. Jasso is my sister-in-law.
Okay.
The Minister of Education is my sister-in-law. She's the older sister of my younger brother's wife.
Okay.
When I was going to university in America, I was studying at my brother's place.
You say you stopped with tech.
Yeah, mommy, I can enjoy that tech thing. But here's the thing. I didn't even know that it was Jasso who was appointed or nominated as Minister of Education. I had absolutely nothing to do with it. Jasso's father and President Bwaka, I think they walked from Wonsanga to Moroyo together. Yeah. I don't know why people don't talk about Senator Joseph Jala because of her niece.
Ah, okay.
Her name is Jasso Jala Sikwe. Senator Joseph Jala is a younger brother of Jasso Jala's father. That's Jasso's uncle there. There where the blood relationship is. I didn't know anything about it until I went to see the president 2 mornings after the nomination. And then I met Jasso, and the president said, "You're the new education minister." And I hugged her. And the president asked, "Oh, you know the nominee?" I said, "But my sister-in-law." He said, "Well, then I am." But this is Liberia where speculation, rumor, lies can thrive more than the truth. Do I know Jasso? Yes, I know. Is she qualified for that job? Oh, yes. I look forward to a transformation in our education sector. If we, the government, we give her the support that she needs. She's a developmental person. She's a reformist. I believe in her ability, and I am happy that she's about to serve. She served this country under the WIA administration.
Okay.
At LIPA, she was deputy director.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so she now sprung up to the Liberian environment. She was here under President WIA's administration as deputy for administration at LIPA. I did not influence. I don't even know how Jasso got a job.
Okay. Now, let me take you to some presidential concerns. The president wrote the Senate that he was traveling to Ghana to meet with the Ghanaian president on a working visit. And it has turned out that he didn't meet the Ghanaian president. Are you all concerned about that?
Yeah, we are concerned about it. I am concerned about it. I want to know where the president of Liberia is at any time and what he's doing there. And if the president informs us that he's gone to any place for a purpose, it should be for that purpose. If it happens that it is not for that purpose, we need to know. I don't say we want to know.
We need to.
We need to know. And I will soon get to the public regarding this.
Issue his office, write the Senate again, the same way they wrote.
Once you use government money, you are on an obligation to account. And part of the accounting is to provide information, the proper, accurate information.
There have been some nominations after some public outcry. For example, the Justice Ministry. It's a similar thing that President Weah did. There was issue with Councillor Gates into Justice, and then he sent him to Labor. And people are like, well, if the president isn't good for justice, they shouldn't be good for Labor too. But President Boyka has also done the same.
So let me speak as a senator. As a senator, no nominee is before the Senate whose nomination has not been formally transmitted to the Senate for us to read it on the floor through the agenda and for it to be forwarded to the appropriate committee for the appropriate confirmation processes. If a press release came out on the e-Marshal website or they read it on the radio, it is not before the Senate.
Okay.
Unless somebody can prove me otherwise, where is that green letter forwarding Cooper Cra to the Senate as a nominee that was withdrawn? I don't know where all the things coming from, all the president withdrew. So the Senate.
Because in the new nominations, he nominates Cooper Cra to
Labor.
To Labor and send someone else, one other councillor.
So
justice.
What appears before us formally is what we know. If you put nomination on the e-Marshal website, you send it to ELBC or you give it to Julius Jeh to do breaking news. The Senate is not aware.
Until it is written.
The Senate is aware when the press statement don't reach the Senate. The president of Liberia and the vice president don't PP for the president. The minister of state cannot write the Senate nominating on directive of the president. It must be signed by the president. Until the president sends us a green letter addressed to the pro tem or the secretary of the Senate for it to appropriately get on the agenda and read in session and accepted and forwarded to the appropriate committee, nothing of such is before the Senate. So I cannot say that Cooper Cra was withdrawn from Justice Ministry as a nominee when nothing of such officially came before the Senate.
Oh wow, that's a concern.
That's not a concern
for us now.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have seen a release on Executive Mansion website that they have nominated someone else for justice and then Councillor Cooper Cra for Labor.
So what is before us is Councillor Cooper Cra for Labor and Oswald Tuer for justice. Unless somebody can show us that a communication was written for Cooper Cra that the Senate is not in the know of. It has never reached our agenda. It has never made the agenda. We have never adopted any agenda with nominations from the office of the president carrying Cooper Cra. So before I became senator, even just a nomination announced by the president, people can already call the appointment. It's nomination.
Yeah.
You understand?
So except those that don't need confirmation.
Right. So if I were not a senator, probably I would have thought too from the radio announcement, from the Facebook postings and this and that, I would have thought that the president had formally submitted that to the Senate. But as a senator, we have not seen any such. It has never gotten on our agenda. So it is not formally before us. It has never formally been before us. What reached before us was that Cooper Cra is Minister of Labor, and we've done his confirmation hearing. And Oswald Tuer is Minister of Justice. I am a member of those two committees, the Committee on Labor and the Committee on Judiciary. And we met today as a Judiciary Committee. I'm not the official spokesperson for the committee. The chairman is Senator Abe Darius of Sandal County. But we met today as a committee, and we have set the confirmation hearing for the Justice Minister designate for Thursday at 3 p.m.
Okay, fair enough. What do you make of the pace of the nominations? Because there's a whole lot that needs to be done. Time is going. That's one. Two, I don't think any superintendent has been appointed yet, nominated yet. All of the counties are just there without a proper local leadership. How concerned are you?
We are concerned. We have a president who is very meticulous in what he does. These nominations may be coming in slowly, but we should also understand, Julius, that Unity Party did not win this election as Unity Party singularly. There are so many interests. By the time the president started to name few persons of his thousands of appointments and nominations he's authorized to do, the entire media landscape and the public went into irony. We hear the other person need, or the other person here, or why they leaving the other person out? So if he pulled some people there from Liberty Party, then people from MPP and NDC say, oh, we have our own need. Then by the time you get people from ACO, then LPP, oh, we were part of the thing, we had it. So, and he has to be, and then especially with some of these early missteps, where appointing people to places that the president can just appoint, and you don't need to send the names to Senate. You separate the direct appointment, and the only thing that should come to the Senate are those who are supposed to come for confirmation hearing. But the president appointing a business manager in the office of the president, and he put on a green letter and send it to all these things. Some of the observations you made are local, and so we have to go back to the drawing board so that we look at all of the acts establishing these institutions to know where the president can appoint, where he cannot appoint, what board can do, what board cannot do, where the president can appoint for nomination or direct appointment, or nominate or direct appointment, and places that have been filled so they can be, double appointments or nominations and all of that stuff. So yes, the pace may come across as being slow, but Julia, let's face it. Maybe because this is the second democratic transition in the last 80 years. The first was 2017. Now 2024. Even 2005, 2017, and now is not a cushion to rely on, but to form a whole government in 1 month, I see where it's possible. Is it slower? I think so. But should we have been expected to form the entire government already? I think that's been unreasonable.
Okay, now, are you aware if the FDA managing director goes for confirmation? So I've been trying to ask, but since I can't find the answer.
I will read the law. Any nominee who is supposed to face Senate confirmation will face Senate confirmation.
I'm asking because there has been a blistering report in the Daily Observer concerning that nominee. That's why I'm asking.
Even if that nominee, you're talking about FDA, right?
Yeah.
With all of these reports in the public, even if that nominee by law is not supposed to come for confirmation, trust me, that other one will not slip by some of us. If he goes state office today, only because the law says he's not supposed to come for confirmation hearing, those information that we're getting, credible or not, he will have to answer before the appropriate Senate committee, if not the entire body. And then what do you think when he coming for confirmation?
Okay, so someone is sending me a link saying the Councillor Kubakwa hearing as Labour Minister Dillon participated. I've not watched the link, but I think I can send it to that's 3 days ago. I'm seeing confirmation hearing Council Cooper Kura Labor Minister Designate faces the Senate Labor Committee for confirmation. That's Spoon TV Live. So I will send it to you to look at it. But someone is claiming that you participated.
But what did I say otherwise? I said we had confirmation hearing for the labor minister because it's probably before us. And I asked a question. Watch it. Then you will know whether this is Dillon yesterday and Dillon today.
Okay. We will look at that.
Oh, the person thought I said I was not there. I grilled normally. You didn't hear that. It on my page. It on Spoon.
No, I mean Labor Kura.
I grilled Cooper Cry. In fact, I had Cooper Cry for more than 20 minutes. Ask.
No, I thought you said earlier that there was no letter before the Senate
for
that
justice, sending him for justice.
Oh,
so once a letter for justice did not come, then it means it was not withdrawn.
Oh, okay. Now, but it was important to get the clarification.
Yeah,
because I thought you said it is only the justice portion that was before you people.
No, I said anything that about nomination that is in the public, it is not properly before the Senate unless it is signed by the president on a green official letter. The Senate,
so there was no confirmation hearing for him as justice minister.
But how can you hold confirmation hearing for somebody as justice minister when he was not nominated before the Senate as justice minister?
Oh, okay.
That is what I was saying here. The thing you read in the newspaper, on the radio, it is not properly before the Senate unless it is properly there through the communication sent by the president.
So what came before you?
What came before us is Cooper Cry, Labor Minister.
Okay.
And that's why we had confirmation hearing for him.
Okay, it was good to get that clarification.
But I thought I said the thing more than 10 minutes.
No. I think we didn't get the clarification, so it is important that.
So the way you say now, you didn't get it. Let me just take 1 more minute to roll away.
Yeah.
Anytime there is a public information, public service, or press release issued by the marshal, what are posted on the executive marshal website, what are read as a press release on the radio of nominations made in government, it does not mean that the Senate is aware. The Senate is only aware and can act when the president formally sends those names to the Senate, addressed to the president pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, and it gets on our agenda and we adapt it, read the letter, read the names of the nominees, and forward them to the appropriate committee. Then and only then, any nominee in that category is formally before the Liberian Senate. So if you're new on the radio, you're new on flying all over social media, once a president has not formally written, you are not before the Senate, we don't know that you are nominated. We can take nomination from the social media. And so what appeared before the Liberian Senate was Cooper Cry nominated as Labor Minister.
And not Justice Minister. Okay, good. Now, in the next 2 minutes, because I have to take some calls, where does your Liberty Party go now? We are in 2024. There is 2029. There may be some other elections in between. Obviously, there were issues in Liberty Party before 2024. What are you all doing about salvaging your party?
Okay, so Liberty Party came apart sadly, largely because of 2023. People with motive, people with ambition, and all that stuff. Right now, the country is not prepared for any intra-party noise or fight. The country is concentrated on who gets job, how we revive this economy, and all of that stuff. We're taking advantage of this period to quietly discuss, hoping that we transact and discuss in good faith. And by the time we come to the public, we should be having something to tell our partisans. I have been authorized and instructed by the political leader to make some engagements, and they are ongoing. I've had meetings, discussions with Musa Bilete. I can state here that I had some discussion with Charlene, and I think I should keep those discussions private yet. as we move along.
Okay.
But we are not sitting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. So kindly let's take some calls and some concerns. 777-700-995, 995. Some issues here. This person is talking about can Senator Dillon address the issues of 350K unaccounted for? That's the Unity Party issue, the money the president reportedly gave to the chairman and others. Unaccounted for 650K in inauguration resulting to poor outcome of the program. Unaccounted 20 million consolidated account. They also talk about president and private and vice president allegedly using private jets. That the president has not made his assets public. Those are some concerns.
You forgot. All the one. You forgot.
No, the point is message.
Okay, but I think you forgot to ask me because those are critical.
Good questions. About them. I want to ask you to plenty.
Yeah, I know. But
so maybe we have another show.
So President Bouaka declared his asset appropriately. He should declare. He should publish.
You think he should?
It's becoming.
The law doesn't force it.
No, Chief. It's becoming belated. And the honorability to do it is losing steam. He should publish his asset. The Vice President of Liberia should declare his asset and publish. We've done drug tests. Few senators and myself. The president has done drug tests. But we should go beyond that. It should be random at times. Mm-hmm. All of the security people, it should be random. We come to the schools, we come to civil servants. We gotta be really serious about this. The president should publish his asset. We can't be disarming ourselves of the argument. We can't be driven or allowed to be driven or other people drive the narrative. Those are things that don't require funding. It only says you're ready. Accountability, transparency.
Senator Dillon, we will have to do a part 2. There are still lots of issues, and there are issues that will come up. So let's take a few calls. Just few calls, folks. Sorry. Welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, let me Julius and listening to the senators, Senator Abe Darius Dillon. My name is Matthew Ma'am. I'm calling from Maryland Central Community.
Go ahead.
Yes, I got one question for the senator. Senator, I listened to you clearly. You said you have the committee by your party and then certain people. Just saying,
No. He didn't say the party girl committee that vetting people. They are leaders of their party. So so they are pushing. They can push their people's interest. That's what he said.
Okay, so just saying,
no, they didn't say him. They suggested to the president, and then the president saw it and said,
the president saying Maya Sango. But now Maya Sango advocate. Maya Sango boss never go, but the press conference like Maya Sango.
The man said that they have told the man to stop working until the right thing can be done. It is the boss that's supposed to get in that post, and not the president. He just said it. And so we can investigate what else Bouaka Jaliba and Emmanuel Zango aren't actually going to work, right?
Yeah.
That one we can do it. Yeah. Welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Julius.
Yes, go ahead quickly.
This is John J. We're giving to Senator Darius Dillon. Thank you so much. I interested in the conversation. He cleared some of my doubt as it relates to Rofete Numale nomination and the confirmation hearing as he waits upon those clarifications requested for that one of my issues. Now, Senator Dillon said to you that his name was not placed on any committee that was announced by President Joseph Bouaka. I sent you a link from Front Page Africa. It indicates the vice president is on that committee. Senator Edison is on that committee. My own senator protest.
No, but it is the one he is disagreeing with. He is saying that committee does not exist. They, as individual leaders of their parties, pushing their people's interests. That is the one that he admitted to. He didn't hide it.
But here's my issue I have. If Senator Dillon is just coming out to tell that the committee does not exist, and the president of the Republic of Liberia, Ambassador Joseph Juman Bwaka, published a name and were on the
No. There was no publishing. It was Front Page Africa that published that story. That is the intelligence. That is the sourced information that they got out of the presidency.
Okay, so be it, but let me conclude on this. Senator Dillon, you have another nominee before you, I think, that went through the confirmation hearing that has to do with Mr. Fremont, Colonel Fremont, from the Liberia National Police, the Deputy Police Director for Operation Destiny. There was an issue, if you can recall, in 2011, November 7th. This officer was seen using live bullets, and then he was disarmed by unveiled police officer.
Allegedly.
All his video footage. What I'm seeing is not alleged. What I saw, I'm on the scene.
Okay.
I'm not alleged on him.
Okay.
I'm saying to you,
no, for me, a journalist now, I would say allegedly.
That way, but I'm speaking directly on what I saw, on what I know about.
And so you want for the Senate to reject him?
Yeah, reject him.
Okay.
Why action? Because our investigation conducted.
Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. So kindly, welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead quickly.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Julius.
Yes, quickly, go ahead.
Thank you. Julius, this is Johnny Malka calling and I call from Monrovia. Yeah, Julius, thank you very much for inviting the senator to let us know about how the confirmation is going on. Like for me, I have not been fighting confirmation. I know nothing concerning about how they have been confirming those people. But Julius, sometimes we have to take into consideration as it relates to your credential, as it relates to your credential for your position that you are going to serve. Because Julius, the senator said the same people that will charge people, if they have been confirmed, they are not doing the work in the interest of the people. At the end of the day, we will be going back to them, telling them.
Okay, thanks. So kind of can take the final one because of time. I can promise you, he and I will arrange for a part 2. And in that part 2, we may have an hour, 30 minutes. The reason is we could talk for 1 hour and allow you 30 minutes to interact with him, asking all of your concerns and all of that, all the critical issues that you think I may forget or any issue. So that he can answer. That's how we build a democracy. Go ahead, let's hear you. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Julius. Frank Gibson, I call from Paris. The honorable man said I got nothing to do in Europe.
They think that can happen. Honorable, you can bring. Lead that one. Lead that one. They see where you can. They see where you can deal with a man. How the man deal with you to that?
Yeah, I'm ready to say, do that bad work. Maybe I didn't follow the two. Honorable Dillon, your vice president flew out of Liberia with a private jet. I don't know whether you addressed that part because I'm a little bit busy at work. I didn't listen to that part. Your vice president flew out of Liberia on a private jet, and your president flew out of Liberia also on the private jet. The president said he was probably on the working visit.
He addressed that on a working visit. I asked him, and he addressed it that the president has to account to the Senate.
The president left at night. He left at night from Liberia, and he arrived at night without everybody knowing about it.
Okay.
Senator Dillon, you accused president. We are on the private jet issue. Now your vice president flew from Liberia to Accra to Abuja to Morocco on the same private jet.
Okay.
They expected to arrive in Monrovia, the private jet. And last year, Senator Dillon, we have 100,000 for the Armed Forces Day celebration. Nothing was done. And there is also 5.1 billion on debt services. You always pressure. You want to know the amount of debt the government.
Okay, thanks. So kind of hold there. The news team will be on my back shortly. The calls are many folks. Sorry, perhaps very, very soon we'll have. I gave you just 1 minute to just run over.
Okay, thank you. Front Page Africa reported or published about a vetting committee that does not exist. Daniel Gbagbo agreed with that. He bought into that. Front Page Africa reported that we senators who signed a resolution to elect Nyobli Kanga Lawrence as pro tem, all of us who signed a resolution received $40,000 each. They say it was a speculation or intelligence. Normally, Kanka herself signed that resolution. Maybe she received $40,000 to make herself pro tem too. Darius Dillon, who would do almost anything politically to promote Nyombli in our institution, I signed that resolution. Our chair signed that resolution. We were 25 senators who signed that resolution. But Front Page Africa published that thing and made it a news story, and it said that intelligence. Daniel Babwe said Front Page Africa is very credible, which I would not try to go after the credibility of Front Page Africa. But Front Page Africa just published that the police officer Freeman, an investigative report clear Freeman of the thing they accusing him of. Front Page Africa published it. But Daniel Babwe said no, that one is not correct. That is same Front Page Africa. Okay. And a police officer worked as police officer from 2018 to 2024 until Joseph Boaga took over. CDC had the power to prosecute this police officer for wrongdoing, dismiss him for wrongdoing. They didn't do it. And the investigation, because Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as president commissioned an investigation, and the investigation cleared Freeman of any wrongdoing. But Daniel Babwe said, one Front Page Africa published it, and me more agree with the other one. And the other one I agree with. No, I don't go like that. These confirmation hearings are on ERBC, the one they think we're doing now. The confirmation hearings are on ERBC. We encourage the Liberian people to tune into ERBC and other news online so that they can know and not only hear excerpts of some of these things that we do. I will answer Frank Gibson another time because the message here put her radio on.
A private jet.
Once you heard that,
you didn't talk on a private jet one. Just 15 seconds.
Yeah, you want me to talk about that one, right?
Yeah, 15 seconds.
The vice president flew on a private jet offered by a friend was wrong. John Weah said a friend gave him private jet and he was flying in from Mora.
And it was criticized.
And so we are saying it was wrong. If we change George Weah, then we can't do the same thing or worse. No need to have changed them.
Okay. Thanks so kindly, Senator Dillon, for honoring our call. Hopefully next week Monday again we can do it and have more time with the public so they interact with you.
Please, let's go.
Okay. That's how we go. The news is up next. My name is Julius Jeh. We are out.